If farming was easy, everybody'd be doing it. Some days are good and smooth sailing on the farm. And then some days, like today, right on the other side of the camera is a dead baby calf. And it was a very anticipated baby calf. And this happened last week, and we had another dead baby calf. I made a Facebook post last week when this happened the first time, and it pretty much went crazy. It got shared a lot of times. If this happens with this video, let me give you just a little background information. We're on a farm here in central Arkansas. We have a market here on our property. You can see the edge of it down there. We have just built a new facility to have a micro dairy. We're trying to do everything right to produce raw milk and beef and pork and chicken and gardens and all the things, and not only feed our family, but feed the community and surrounding communities good, healthy, nutritious food. It has been legal to sell raw milk in Arkansas for several years now. I believe the law was changed in 2013. And even before that, people were getting around the laws. And I mean, that may be happening where you are because food freedom, guys. I mean, as adults, you would think that we could choose for ourselves whether we want to drink raw milk or not. So people were doing herd shares even prior to 2013 because educated, informed people wanted raw milk. So in 2013, there was a law change that you could now legally sell raw milk from your farm that it was produced at. Well, there has been an uptick, a surge in small markets in Arkansas. And so there is lots of not necessarily health food stores, but farm markets like ours. Some of those are the producers, some are not. Some are bringing things in from surrounding farmers, and it has a domino effect. Those are a good thing, as well as ours where we are the producers. There's a place for those that are willing to build the market and bring in other farmers' products as well. In fact, we do that to some extent here in our market. We can't grow and produce every single thing, so we bring them in. Well, with that comes the demand for things like raw milk. We started reorganizing our entire program not too long ago, and we committed to A2 only. We committed to only jerseys because of the high butter fat, and they're just a good family milk cow, and it's what most people around here are looking for as far as milk. They want cream and they want lots of it. And we committed to disease testing. So we test for 5 different things, and until they pass those tests, our herd is closed of our milk cows. They're never around our beef cows. We don't bring in other animals. They're not bred by a bull. They're AI'd. And if they ever do happen to be bred by a bull in the future, he will be disease tested and isolated and all the things. But all of those things require hard work. Isolating, having multiple pens of animals while we're testing, looking and searching and pouring money into only A2 and only jerseys. And a lot of these are registered jerseys. All the things. So then now the law is very, very friendly here in Arkansas. Raw milk in the last couple months is popping up in all markets here, there, and everywhere. But there's not enough raw milk producers. So the milk that there is in high demand. And then the markets that the milk has now popped up in, because the law changed and now you can sell milk in farmers markets and retail locations and things like that. It doesn't have to be from the farm that it's at. If you're more interested in Arkansas's laws, you can go look up more of that. But the fact is, it's in stores now. It's in small markets. Well, what happens when those small markets are not the producers, but that community wants raw milk in their community? It's expensive. And some would say even our prices, which are quite a bit less than those who are reselling raw milk, people have told us it is too expensive. Not many. Most people, they're lined up stopping traffic to get it. But it's more expensive than Walmart milk, y'all. It just is. It's not Walmart milk. It's not huge factory farmed milk. It is produced at places just like this. And in order to meet the demand, about a month ago, we took a plunge. We talked and molded over between Ben and I, and really thought we were doing what the way the Lord was leading us to do. We purchased 4 more jerseys that were heavily bred. And I think we always, when something goes wrong, try to learn a lesson. I think the lesson out of this is don't buy them so heavily bred and then them ride in a trailer for 3 hours. That's the only thing we can think of that has happened here. But we're trying to meet the demand. We want milk in people's hands that want it. They're counting on us. But sometimes things go wrong. And last week, one of the cows, 2 out of 4, number 2 out of 4 cows calved. The first one calved right before she came. She was supposed to get here and then calve, but thankfully she calved at the farm she was coming from, and they just put her in a dog kennel and brought her with her mom. Number 2 out of 4 calved last week, and it was dead. Number 3 out of 4 calved today, and it was dead. So we've got to wait on number 4 and see how this turns out. But this video is to say farming is hard, y'all. Days like today, I don't want to quit. I don't quit that easily. But it's just a bummer. It stinks is what it does. A mama has no calf. She's full of milk. Her body's doing what it was designed to do. There's no calf to drink it. It's a financial loss. And I don't know how to say what I'm going to say, and it may offend some people, but when it is a small farm as opposed to a huge farm, it's not that the loss is greater. I just think it's felt more deeply. When your pockets are not as deep, the loss hits the pocket harder, if you know what I mean. When you invest thinking that you're most likely, not 100% ever, most likely going to get a certain percentage of calves out of it, and then 2 out of the 4 die, it hurts, y'all. Why am I telling you all of this? Why am I even posting this video? Because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. This is just simply to say farming is hard. Shop local when you can. But like in the case of what's going on around us, I see markets bringing in raw milk into their markets. And then they have to up price it, y'all. They just have to. When you bring in something to a business that you didn't produce, you have to mark it up if it's taking space in your store. So I see people berating these markets on Facebook about the price of raw milk. Here's the thing. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to. But making them feel terrible for what they're charging for it, that's not the move either, y'all. We have to support farmers, because if we don't, there won't be any left. We will be all fed by huge, large commercial operations that are not doing things the way we want them to be done, that's not producing our food the way we want it to be produced to feed to our family. Do you have to go buy milk that you feel is overpriced? Absolutely not. You don't. And I'm not trying to guilt you into it, but publicly posting on their Facebook is probably not the way to go about it either. Just remember, for everything that a farmer produces, there's situations like this that we're dealing with going on in the background. There's dead calves. There's hard times. There's bugs that have eaten everything. There's, you name it, whatever. This week has just been heavy. It just has. And it really stinks. And if you have a farmer in your area, which I hope you do, I never want to try to be everybody's farmer. I can't do it, for one. And you probably have farmers right down the road from you. If you go buy something from them this week, do something for me. just say something nice to them. Tell them they're doing a good job. Tell them you appreciate them. Just do something to lift them up. Take them a little something. I don't know. You can think of it, but all I'm saying is this is a tough gig to keep up day after day after day, week after week after week, year after year after year. And when you feel like sometimes that people just don't understand, it just takes the burden you're carrying and it just makes it heavier and heavier and just kind of weighs on you. And then you start to think, do I really just stink at this? Should I just throw in the towel? You can't help but those thoughts creep in every once in a while. But then you have a customer come in, or if you sell online or whatever the case may be, that they send you a message or however, and they just say, hey, I appreciate you. Thank you. And you think, you know what? I can go another day. I can do this. It's going to be okay. So I've got a cow out here with no baby. She's roaming around out there. Pitiful. But I got to try to get up in here, and she wasn't due for another 2 weeks. So I haven't got her familiar with this system yet because I thought I had 2 more weeks. Got to try to force her in here to let me milk her, which is going to be foreign to her. She's a first-time heifer. And that's kind of overwhelming in itself, even if she'd had a live calf, trying to train one. And now I've got to do it while she's so full and uncomfortable and stressed about her calf. But kind comments can turn it all around. Someone saying, hey, you can do this. Hey, I see you and you're doing a good job. Then you have a little more gumption to get out there and get the things done that you need to. And then when you get them done, you think, okay, I did that. I can do that again tomorrow. We're going to be fine. It's okay. It stinks, yes, but we're going to make it. So I guess the whole point of this video is not to get onto you. Obviously, y'all are awesome. And you're some of the most supportive people I've ever seen in my life. It's just to open your eyes to the challenges of all this. And just to remind you, thank your local farmer. I'll see y'all on the next one. God bless.